We're back live tonight here on In Focus. The Free State EFF says it's not surprised by the axing of Mangaung Mayor Mxolisi Siyonzana. Opposition parties there have welcomed last week's move by the ANC after long calling for his head. Free State EFF Chairperson Mapheule Liphoko, otherwise known as Coach Liphoko, joins us now for more on that. Good to have you, and thank you very much for your time, sir. How do you receive the news at this particular stage of the sacking of the mayor of Mangaung?
Well, good evening to your viewers at home, and thank you for having us. Well, like you're saying, it's not a surprise. The man had aligned himself wrongly. It's one of the factions of the ANC that has just been, I think, axed in the of the ANC National Conference. So he was aligned to ACE, he was aligned to NDZ, and nonetheless we were expecting him to go in any case, because lately he presided over a council that stopped that came with a resolution that the ghost worker salaries must be stopped. One of the ghost workers was Jabu Mbalula's brother, Mbalula's brother, Jabu Mbalula. So we were expecting it in any case. So it's no surprise. It's not in the best interest of Mangaung citizens. It's just mere internal politics of the ANC factions.
That's precisely what I wanted to ask. Are you saying his sacking is just merely because of the internal factional battles of the ANC, or was he an incompetent mayor in that position?
Well, both. You'd remember that about 6 months when the man assumed office, we'd already moved with a motion of no confidence as opposition parties. EFF and ASD has done that already, just to show his incompetence. There are a whole lot of stuff in Mangaung. Mangaung is cleaned when the president is coming, and we've seen that twice already. There were a whole lot of service delivery problems. How do you explain the fact that something like 429 million has been returned back to Treasury under his tenure? He has been incompetent. We cited that, but the ANC stuck with him because he was properly aligned at that time. And this time, towards their national conference, the men decided to join a different faction altogether, though. So he was more to that part. We knew that he was going to be dealt with thoroughly. So everyone could, and it's not in the best interest that every time the factions of the ANC would supersede the interest of Mangaung citizens.
It is an ANC factional battle, be that as it may. Does the removal of Mxolisi Siyonzana equal a well-run and functional Mangaung Metro?
Oh, I suspect not. I mean, looking at the three names that have been proposed, Gregory Ntati, Silula Matiti, and so, looking at them, we just know that we're not going anywhere. Those names are sponsored on a basis that they are in a proper cabal, in a proper faction of the ANC. Should they decide to pronounce themselves otherwise, we're going to experience this stalemate. This is what we experienced earlier on about Olim Lamlek. It has always been about factions of the ANC. So every time anybody would pronounce themselves differently, so it's definitely, we don't see that changing him is going to bring anything profitable for Mangaung, because in any case, it has always been about factions of the ANC.
Is there a plan in place, a motion in place amongst the opposition parties as to how you will respond to the proposed names to take over from the sacked mayor, and whether or not you have your own names that you would rather be putting up, and a plan to support them to secure that position?
Look, it will be a futile exercise to sit, plan, and come up with names that would say who are an opposition in any case. And the ANC is in charge, and the ANC is in charge of Troika. The ANC is in charge of Meiko and everything. So what we'd rather do is to get either of the names that they put there. So we're now going to a meeting of the caucus to dissect these names. which one would be in the best interest. But I assume there won't be any that's going to assist Mangaung to come out of its woes, because it has been looked at. There's about more than 10 companies' security, resulting in about over 100 million monthly without, and Mangaung has no infrastructure, no yellow fleet, no cars. Workers are going home with no overtime. Mangaung service delivery, potholes all over, sewage spillage. So we don't see them dealing with that very soon. Besides, there's what you call Section 59 administration. So with that interference of national and National Department, especially of Treasury, in dealing with administration of Mangaung, it's not going to be easy for any mayor that would come here. So it's not a plus for Mangaung citizens. Least what we're expecting, or at best what we're expecting, is no status quo will change.
You have been, of course, at the forefront, amongst other parties, at calling the ANC out, saying they are, of course, at the heart of the dysfunction of this particular metro and destroying the lives of the people of Bloemfontein. Why have the people not voted any differently?
Well, truth of the matter is we have grown, so people have voted for us, and we're comfortable with that. And we suspect, in fact, science tells us that we're growing even more. And we're growing steadily in all corners and the only party that's dropping is the ANC. You would know that is actually at 50% in Mangaung. So one mistake that they commit, they are dead. And we promise South Africans that we still are going to grow. We will stabilize this municipality and others, including the entire province, where the ANC is in the forefront of looting. And so people are showing more and more confidence. So to say that the EFF is not voted, I think it would be just putting it out of context. People are voting for us, and they're showing more and more confidence, including some of the ANC members that will come after voting, telling us that they voted for the EFF.
Do you see this as an ANC-led municipality after the next elections?
Well, I think the 2024 national and provincial general elections would give an understanding that Metro is no longer in the hands of the ANC. The ANC has flopped a lot. How do you explain a Metro that does not have HODs, senior 50, Section 56 managers, for the whole year under the same mayor? We've been crying. How do you explain a Metro where a security guard, a VIP protector of the mayor, would get 20,000 as a salary, but the overtime would result up to about 80,000. A tea lady who earns about 10,000 would get about 80,000 as a. So that says to you, this ANC has looted this metro to the ground. So I do not see them coming back. I'm quite confident that Mangaung citizens are quite aware of what is happening, and they are actually coming towards the ANC with their full might.
The Metro has failed to pass a budget, at least on 2 occasions in the 2022 year. How are things looking now? Do you think they will be able to at least pass their budget and do the functions of what needs to be fixed in the Metro?
We hope so. We hope so. The same, mayor, the outgone mayor, Mxolisi Siyonzana, who was not the sole mess giver of Mangaung. In fact, the entire ANC has been flopping. They created this mess. And under his tenure, the same ANC has been having factions. Those factions, we don't see them being resolved. And they are spilling into the council. So, because they are a majority, and we have to inherit whatever they are giving. So, fact of the matter is, it's going to be a mess moving forward. But we just want them to assist us with the informal settlements, the potholes, because our people in Khatfall, our people in Dinaweng, our people in Three Sisters, in all others, Matlarantling, and all other informal settlements do not enjoy service delivery because of the ANC. because of factions in the ANC and useless mayors they've been giving to us. Before they gave Mxolisi Siyonzana, they gave Mapheule. All of them have been useless. Nothing has come to the directly as a benefit towards the citizens of Mangaung. So we don't see any change. Nothing's going to change as long as the ANC is still in power. So chances are that budget might not be passed, or when it's passed, it will not result in the direct benefits to the Mangaung citizens.
Coach, I appreciate your time. Thanks so much for coming on. That is Coach Liphoko there, who is the chairperson of the EFF in the Free State.